Hello, welcome to Afro News South Africa. Please kindly subscribe and share. Turn the notification on so you would be notified each time we upload a new video. South Africans in London have rejected President Ramaphosa, pronouncing that he ought to pass again domestic. When South Africans aren't happy, they'll in reality specific at any place there and at any time. They did this to the previous president of the Republic of South Africa and African National Congress Jacob Zuma, and now it looks as if they're doing it to the present-day President Cyril Ramaphosa. President of the Republic of South Africa and African National Congress Cyril Ramaphosa arrived in London on Monday for Kingdom Go to that's the primary hosted through King Charles, in view that turning into monarch. Unfortunately, a handful of South African protesters have greeted President Cyril Ramaphosa out of doors the South African embassy in London. They argued him that he do not want to be in London, however, as a substitute he ought to be domestic, searching, locating answers of energy, health, unemployment and different things. He is there, in conjunction with numerous ministers and commercial enterprise leaders, for a two-day Kingdom Go to on the invitation of the past Queen Elizabeth. The Constitutional Courtroom docket introduced a judgment the day gone by wherein they determined to give the killer of Chris Hani a parole. On behalf of the Constitutional Courtroom docket, Chief Justice Raymond Zondo stated that he become giving the Minister of Justice 10 days to launch Janice Wales. Zondo stated that the invoice of rights which become followed in 1994 become very clean, that no person is above the regulation, and that there ought to be equality earlier than the regulation. Zondo additionally reiterated that due to the fact Chris Hani become our freedom fighter does now no longer suggest that his killer ought to definitely die in jail, due to the fact if he had killed a normal citizen, he might be out lengthy ago. The EFF and the SACP aren't thrilled with the judgment, and that they say that judges have created an impact that they're God. The ANC-NEC member, Tony Njeni, stated that Chief Justice Raymond Zondo ought to be stopped earlier than he plunges South Africa right into a civil war. Again, according to Mashitile, the decision has taken effect, so Dlamini ought to surrender from her role inside the ANC, which will pay her 70,000 rand consistent with month. When Bathabile Dlamini become convicted, the African National Congress expelled her. To assist with the process, the Pinnacle 6 ANC leaders gets together as such, Mashitile knowledgeable Clement Manuthela of the situation. He threatened to apply the birthday celebrations disciplinary approaches if she did not surrender. Dlamini may be expelled from the birthday celebration if she refuses to pass, simply as former Secretary Widespread Ace Magashule become while he refused to observe the step-down decision. Mashitile additionally addressed reviews that SARS had issued a closing date for the birthday celebration to pay the rumored 100 million rand. Without naming names, he admitted that the ANC's tax data had now no longer been well dealt with earlier than he arrived, and that the previous treasurer Widespread, Zwelin Kais, become to blame. I do not suggest to assign blame. Without a doubt, we're manner at the back of on our bills. Government officers genuinely did now no longer fee tax revenue. It's a sickoing here, so experience unfastened to this time. He defined it in his personal words. Therefore, if Dlamini, acknowledged proponent of RET, is eliminated from her put up as president of the Women's League, one might finish that Ramaphosa and his buddies are on the suitable tune of their renewal crusade. The CR22 camp is keeping its breath in anticipation of the approaching months, and the League's first conference.